So today we are back with another episode of Hawkeye. Now, before we get started, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Check out some of my other videos. Check out my other Hawkeye reactions, my other movie reactions. Also, I just finished You Season 3 on Netflix. So check that out, the full reaction to that season. I died halfway in saying that. But Season 3 of You on Netflix, full reaction, whatever, you get the point. They're out, so check it out on the channel. Last week we had episode 3, which is definitely by far the best episode out of the 3 that we have received so far. It started with a very exciting action sequence where Hawkeye and Kate Bishop were doing their thing, ended with this awesome pimp arrow that Hawkeye used to make this other arrow humongous. Also, we got an introduction to Echo. We got a bit of her backstory, where she comes from. Her dad was in the tracksuit mafia, and Ronin killed him and a bunch of other tracksuit mafia people. It's going to be an interesting time because we're already on episode 4. There's 2 episodes left after this. Next week is a huge week because not only episode 5 is going to come out, Hawkeye Season 1, episode 5, but also Spider-Man No Way Home next week. That's next week. I'm so excited for it. Look out on my channel for my reaction and my review to that movie. I'm going opening night, so excited. Anyways, let's get into Hawkeye. Dun, 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 dun.
God, you're Archer.
Hawkeye.
Clint.
It's the branding issue, I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure.
She's really not going to let that branding issue go.
He's my partner.
We're not partners.
Well, we're friends / partners. See, CB1 has trouble opening up.
Nobody calls me CB1.
I'm just trying to know for a second. Probably some early chat. But yeah, I think it's because I'm generally just pretty chill. You know, I'm not like, oh my God, Hawkeye.
I love their chemistry. Hailee's great. Jeremy's great. They're great together.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to trust everyone at this table to do what's right.
So her mom is still a bad guy, right?
Tasha Romanoff was pretty damn good at it, wasn't she? Being good isn't always enough to keep you alive. Lost people before, I know in your line of work, you have to.
This is gonna make him push Kate away from him. Oh, nice. Wait, when did you get that? How did you get that?
It's Eleanor. Could you call me back, please? It's urgent.
Who are you calling?
He's really busy. He's been learning Russian and jogging a ton.
Who, what? There's a lot of mysterious characters right now at play.
Verschwinde nach mehr auf dem Gelände?
You mean the Rolex?
Genau.
2 mysterious characters, plus she starts speaking a different language. And now there's something missing from the compound?
Years ago?
Well, I thought so. But I thought the same thing about your fancy outfit.
Well, that's worth looking into, eh?
What?
Mom, I really need to talk to you about Jack. Hey, can we change the subject?
She knows everything about Jack. Jack is probably working for her.
Merry Christmas.
This guy could not be more creepy and evil. It could not be more obvious that he is up to no good.
Life is short. You never know what you're going to get.
Was it really that funny?
Honey, come here. Oh, you're making my heart grow older.
I want to say adorable, but I also don't feel that.
That my family is better than being alone in the holidays, right?
Yeah. Too bad that Clint isn't with his family. 'Cause of Kate.
It's me. I come bearing pizza and holiday cheer. Let me in.
Oh, yay.
Check this out. I got movies.
That's very thoughtful of you.
You guys think she's going to be part of his family? Like at the end of the season? Like when we find out her mom is fucked up, you know?
Okay, well,
Let's say in the mug. I feel like the mug's an Easter egg.
part where you finish my sentence with a plan.
Planning's not really my thing. Is you sure that's dry erase?
Have you ever heard of boomerang arrows?
What? Why would I ever want to use a boomerang arrow?
Hold up.
Yeah, well, if all trick arrows were boomerangs, then we'd have them all.
Could be
That's a
back
good point.
at us.
You'd have to
That is also a good point. We're gonna see a boomerang arrow. We're gonna see one.
I could knock somebody unconscious with that, like 20 feet away.
No, you can't.
I can use a quarter or a nickel, time's too light.
Show your skills, bro.
Guys, full of bolts.
Awesome. I want to see him go up against Bullseye. Do you know how sick that will be?
What do you think? Whip it tight?
Yeah.
Well done.
Best shot you ever took.
The one I didn't take.
What does that mean?
Is he talking about Natasha? He's talking about Natasha! How he didn't kill Natasha.
I was sent to take her out.
Yes.
And when I got there, when it was time, I couldn't do it.
Avengers Endgame music in the background.
She was the best there was.
This is like the first time somebody is fully grieving her death in a way. Like, this is the first time we're seeing somebody really acknowledge her death and how much it meant to them. Of course, you gotta watch It's a Wonderful Life. Classic. I am Ronan.
It's you, isn't it?
Oh! Oh, okay. Alright. Alright.
Protect people.
Hurting people. Investigating first, but in the end, my job has always been to hurt people.
Yeah, he was an assassin. He was an assassin.
Like, you made mistakes, but those are behind you.
No, it's tied to me.
I wonder what's going on through her head right now. Sweater's an arrow. There's gonna be an attack that was in it. Yes, more Ronin flashback, please. I'm really enjoying what they're doing here. He's a normal guy, you know? Fucking trauma and everything will affect him.
And now the LARPers, they're mostly first responders. One's a cop. See if they can get access to that NYPD facility.
Grills!
Surprise. Just want to talk. And you seem like a reasonably not stupid guy.
If you're trying to flatter me, you're way off the mark.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think you're a doormat. You know what Maya's boss wants.
Kingpin, Kingpin, Kingpin.
So what do you know?
I know he doesn't like this attention, that's for sure.
Kingpin, Kingpin.
This is the final warning. Let's get it done.
Hey, can I have my gun back?
I'd say.
The LARPers are gonna make him a costume.
So, did you, get my gear?
Yeah, they're on their way. Not gonna lie, I look pretty good as a Viking.
Hailee, you look pretty good in general.
Enough materials to make your costumes plus 2 more.
Sounds good. Pretty
I know
fair
it's
deal.
some.
The Rolex wasn't destroyed at the Avengers compound. The transmitter is signaling for the location. What's up with the Rolex?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
This is my bag. Didn't bring your own bag?
Oh my god.
My wife gave me this bag. It's embroidered. It says bombshell.
This would have been a lot easier if we were on a higher rooftop.
That's what you think. Kate, you always want to prioritize a quick exit over a quick entrance. In? So, if you see anything out here, just give
She
me a
left,
signal.
didn't
Kate,
she?
all right?
Kate is, no patience. No patience whatsoever. Trying to teach you things. That's all it took to break in. Just a little jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
What was that?
I don't know.
They've been out of the game a long time, but their identity still attached to that watch.
Who? Who is
You'll
it?
blow the cover. Goodbye, friend.
Who's your friend? There's gonna be a huge cameo in here somewhere. Maybe a few huge cameos in the show.
That light's an alarm. It's a silent alarm for people that can't hear.
Oh my god.
It was Maya's apartment.
Get out! Get out!
Maya's on the roof with me.
No, Maya is definitely here.
Wait, what? Who's this?
Who the hell am I fighting then?
Is this who I think it is? Hold on, if you saw Black Widow earlier this year. Uh-oh. Oh, the angle wasn't right. That is definitely who I think it is. Okay, hey Maya, what's up? We got a whole party here. Yeah, she's moving like a Black Widow. Yelena, hello. Oh wow, he's having like PTSD.
Get out of here.
Oh wow. Well done. Does Clint know Natasha has a family? Or who her family is? Nice. This is so sick, yo. Yep. Hello. Hey. Okay, dramatic head ass.
Partner, if you don't tell me what's going on.
You're not my partner. Do you understand that? You never were. Someone is hired. The Black Widow assassin. This has gotten very real. Very quickly.
Oh, I forgot Val is still in play. Val from Falcon and Winter Soldier and the end credits scene of Black Widow.
Go home, Kate. It's over.
Trouble in the dynamic. No, don't end here. Bert and Birdie. Wish they had back-to-back directing. They directed the last episode as well, which was fantastic. I hope they direct more episodes of the show because, wow, 2 really solid episodes of them. We got a bit of trouble in the Kate Clint Barton dynamic there, which was always going to happen. He does see her as a kid who he doesn't want to get killed, you know what I mean? She's excited. She wants to go on this mission. She doesn't understand the dangers of it. She's like, I can do it. But Clint, who's experienced, who also has children that he takes care of, and plus Kate's mom herself saying, hey, keep my daughter safe, adds on to the pressure of him being like, maybe I should distance myself from this Kate girl and like that will keep her safe. Like, just go home. You don't want any part of this. But what a pretty good episode. It was chill for a majority of it there in the beginning and the middle, but then really picked up there at the end when Maya and Yelena showed up and everybody started throwing hands. But a pretty chill episode, not as good as last week's episode, but still, I really enjoyed this episode. And the show keeps going at a pretty good pace, and I think if they stick the landing in these last 2 episodes, could be a top-tier Marvel project. I'm really enjoying it. I really am. However, my biggest question is, how are we going to wrap this up? We have 2 episodes left. Supposedly, again, Kingpin is supposed to show up in here, right? So we have, well, now Yelena showed up. Then we have Kate Bishop and Clint Barton and their whole dynamic. The mission that they're on with Jack and, what's that guy's name? Kazi and Maya's boss and the Tracksuit Mafia all kind of go together in this bunch. There's a lot of plot lines still there, a lot of story still to tell, and only 2 episodes left. I'm just thinking now, like, how are we going to wrap this up, and are we going to wrap this up in a nice way? Because, again, we have tons of plot lines going on. Or are we going to do a season 2? Is there a possibility for a season 2 for this? So yeah, a pretty solid episode there for Hawkeye. Again, creates a bit of trouble in the Kate-Clint Barton dynamic. Looks like we're going to need to get them back together eventually. And Kate will need to prove to Clint at least that she can hold her own where he does need to be worried about her, you know what I mean? And that's something that probably Clint will have to, that's the realization Clint will have to come to, that this girl wants to do this, and she could probably do this, so maybe I shouldn't be so worried about her. She just needs to know the type of life that she's getting into. But yeah, pretty solid episode. Let me know down in the comments, what did you think of today's episode of Hawkeye? Are you excited to see episode 5 and 6? Next week, Spider-Man No Way Home. Are you excited for that? Did you get your tickets for that? Also, I mean, if Kingpin is supposed to show up, and Daredevil is supposed to show up also, in Spider-Man No Way Home, that is. Daredevil is supposed to show up in Spider-Man No Way Home. Kingpin is supposed to show up in Hawkeye. It kind of makes sense to have them both in 1 week. Also, I mean, if you haven't heard, if you're a big fan of Daredevil on Netflix, I am so happy when they announced this. A few days ago, Kevin Feige himself said Charlie Cox, who played Daredevil in the Netflix show, will be returning as Daredevil. They don't know when it will happen or in what capacity it will happen, but if Daredevil ever shows up again in the MCU, Charlie Cox will be playing him, which is fantastic news, which means probably more characters from the Netflix shows will be brought into the MCU officially. So I'm so pumped for that. And Kevin Feige wouldn't just say that, and like, in my opinion, he wouldn't just say that and be like, oh yeah, we don't know when he's gonna show up though, but Charlie Cox will be back. He wouldn't just say that just to say that. That means Charlie Cox is coming back soon. It's probably Spider-Man No Way Home. We're gonna see him very soon. But yeah, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about Hawkeye episode 4 once again. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.